Crypto arbitrage, guaranteed profit, very low risk, but there is still some risk, especially in a volatile market. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how to do crypto arbitrage. And that just means buy low, sell high, and that's taking advantage of the price difference between different exchanges, different trading pairs, and a couple other things which you'll learn from this video. And I'll also be providing this handy arbitrage calculator that you can use. I will provide the link in the description. No, you can't have write access, just make a copy. So if that's already helpful, feel free to hit that like button now, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. You should also know that me, Dan, I am not a financial advisor and take no responsibility if you lose money. There are risks involved, and you need to be comfortable with the process of trading, using multiple exchanges, being comfortable with different networks, having multiple wallets set up before going full into this arbitrage world. So I've done a little bit of it, and for myself, it's not worth the hassle unless the arbitrage profit is at least 5%. Those opportunities are rare, but they can be found. So before you get started, you should have multiple exchange accounts set up. You should know which ones have KYC and which ones don't. I made that mistake before. I deposited something into FTX International, and without KYC, there was a $1,000 withdrawal limit. So my money was stuck in there, but luckily enough, my wife is from Taiwan, and I was able to pass KYC with that. I don't think everyone has that opportunity, so consider that before using multiple exchanges. Now, some will say KYC is required, but not really require it, so there is a gray area there. For myself, I like using Gate.io, KuCoin, Binance, FTX, but for the most part, the opportunities are on the very small exchanges. Small exchanges have limited liquidity, they have like a big price spread, so you will need to use limit orders, and this isn't really something that beginners should be doing. If you are a little more experienced in trading, you'll understand what's going on here. How to find arbitrage opportunities in times of great volatility or news events regarding certain coins or new listings. There will be an opportunity for arbitrage, and I'm sure you've seen that with the Coinbase pump, the Binance pump, the KuCoin pump, where when that coin gets listed on that exchange, that price goes way up within that exchange, but it takes like a few minutes, maybe up to an hour for other exchanges to catch up in price, and that is your arbitrage opportunity. You buy the coin at a lower price on a different exchange, you move it over to the exchange with the higher price, you sell it there. That is essentially the principles of arbitrage, and we're going to take a look at an example here, FRs. So you can see the price is pretty different between exchanges and between trading pairs as well. KRW trades at a premium, that's Korean won, and that's on BitHub. And that is an exchange limited to Korean residents. If you are a South Korean resident, you have the opportunity to arbitrage here, where you would be buying coins on Gate.io, sending them over to BitHub, and selling them for a higher price. Now, there are a lot of different opportunities in other trading pairs as well. I just took this as a screenshot as an example because it moves so fast that I won't be able to do a live arbitrage trade while recording because I'll be too focused on making sure I get that good deal and I don't lose money. Now, when you are doing arbitrage, you should consider the networks you're using. Uniswap, if you've used it before, the fees are very high. You have to do a large amount of trades to make that fee worth it, and it still takes time for those transactions to process. That is not something ideally I would personally use. I would use a centralized exchange or a network with lower fees like Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, anything with lower fees. So for example, we can take a look at Gate.io and Wobi. There is a small price difference, and we can see if it's worth it to do a little bit of arbitrage. First thing we need to do is find out the trading fees on Gate.io and Wobi. I actually have this Airtable with the exchanges I trust, and it tells you the fees, and I do have a referral link. You feel free to use that. That helps me out. That's just my full disclosure there. So we're going to use Gate.io and Wobi. Gate.io has a fee of 0.2%, and Wobi has a trading fee of 0.2%. So we're going to go to Dan's amazing calculator here. We're going to put 0.2%. We're going to put 0.2%. And we also want to look at what networks are available for the coin. So let's go to coin market cap. We're looking at WOZX, and this is an ERC20 coin. This is something I would avoid because you're looking at around $30 in withdrawal fees whenever you're withdrawing an ERC20 token for an exchange. Full stop here, we're not using it. But we will continue with this example because it's easy and we've already established the pricing for WOZX. So we also have to consider the fees, and I'm just going to go back to the calculator here, and we're going to consider the fee into our withdrawal. So we're going to say $30 to withdraw an ERC20 token, and we're going to put in our pricing here. So we're going to look at our Gate.io price, and we're going to put in $31.93. And then our Wobi price at $32.34. If you could buy at that price and sell it immediately on the other exchange with no fees at all, that would be a 1.27% difference. That's not really worth it. We are trading $1,000, but we also have to consider the fees. I would say it would probably be 100 coins at that price, and the withdrawal fee for USDT typically 30. And after all that trading and considering fees, we'd be down negative 17%. Yeah, that is not a trade we want to take. And at the end of the day, you would be down negative 17% with a $1,000 trade because you have to consider Ethereum network fees, which can be $30 per withdrawal, especially on exchanges. The exchanges pad that Ethereum network fee because they make a little money and they don't want to lose any money during these transactions. So consider moving that Ethereum around 3 or 4 times. That's like $120. All the other fees considered, it is not a trade you want to take. We want to trade something on a lower fee network like Binance Smart Chain. So let's look at another coin. Now this is a much better example. We're going to look at Cardia Chain. Cardia Chain exists on Cardia Chain itself, and it also exists on Binance Smart Chain. So that's why we see it here on PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap has trading fees of 0.3%, and we can buy the coin for fairly cheap. Let's see if it's worth doing arbitrage. And let's say we're moving those coins to Bittrex. Bittrex has a trading volume of $833. It will be very unlikely we can really fulfill a large order there, but it is another place for an opportunity. We could use this one as an example, but more realistically, we can use KuCoin because they do 34% of the trading volume, and there is enough liquidity there where we can make these larger trades of at least $1,000. So with both prices inputted here, there would be a difference of 1.76%. With the fees involved, 0.1%. Let's say we are running with TRC20. Yeah, it is not a trade that's worth our time. I want to be making at least 5% for a trade, so this is something I wouldn't do. But if we did the same trade on Bittrex, and the price is 0.886, that is a price difference of 15%. So that would absolutely be worth it, but we also have to consider the withdrawal fees and the liquidity on Bittrex. Here we are at the current price for Cardia Chain. We are going down to the Markets tab, and we're going to see what the trading pairs are. Now you can trade between any of these trading pairs. You can sort by price, so you can see the different prices. Unfortunately, you can't filter out the low liquidity exchanges, but you can also filter by USDT just because that makes that pretty easy. So let's take a look at Bittrex. It's doing a little bit of volume. The price is still higher than on PancakeSwap or KuCoin, so this does create an opportunity for us. We can take a look at the order books, and these are the sell orders starting at 82, 86, 88, and these are the buy orders. So there is actually people that want to buy this coin for 081, 08, 077. And if we go back to the markets tab, we can see that we can get the coin for less than 08 on other exchanges like Gate.io or KuCoin. Whenever doing arbitrage, you want to be looking at the trading volume, just because if you want to buy those coins, you want to be able to buy a lot of coins and you need trading volume and liquidity. So I try to focus on exchanges that do most of the trading volume, and if we sort by volume, you can see it's mostly KuCoin and Gate.io. And after you find out there's enough liquidity, you would put in the trading fees, the coin withdrawal fees, the new pricing, all into this spreadsheet. Hit that like button, and you'd be able to find out how much profit you'd actually make from doing arbitrage from exchange to exchange. Now, let's take a look at a more roundabout way of doing arbitrage. This is the price for Bitcoin on KuCoin, and you can see that the price is different depending on the stablecoin trading pair. So the highest price for Bitcoin is against DAI at 48,315, and the lowest price is against BTC Pax. These are both stablecoins. These are both one-to-one, and anytime you make a trade on KuCoin, the fee is 0.1%. So let's see how much value we would get if we made this arbitrage trade and there was enough liquidity for 1 Bitcoin, and considering we started with 1 Bitcoin. And here with more math, you can see we start off with 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin sells for 48,315 DAI, but there is a 0.1% trading fee on KuCoin. If you pay your fees with KCS, that fee drops to 0.08%, so that's 20% off. But we're going to keep these fees at the current stock pricing so you know what to expect if you just jump into the platform. Now, we get 48,267 DAI. Then we're going to trade that for Paxos. That is a one-to-one exchange because these are both stablecoins. But there is another 0.1% fee, so our stablecoins go from 267 to 219. We are incurring that charge, and then we're going to buy Bitcoin with the Paxos we just got, and we end up with a little bit more Bitcoin than we started with, and the profit percentage there is 0.07% for probably 5 minutes of work if you're comfortable working with all these types of trades. Now, that difference is not enough for me to actually do this kind of arbitrage, but that's how it works between different trading pairs. But there are a lot more opportunities with different exchanges and different news events, because news is what moves the market. So how to find these arbitrage opportunities? You look for the news. Is there a new listing? Is there a new event? Is there a new campaign? And look at the prices between exchanges. Now, I follow a lot of new coins, and that's when you have the most opportunity. Look for those new coins because they are more likely to list on more exchanges at the very early stages, and that's where you can find those opportunities. And here's another method of doing arbitrage, and it's very easy. You can use OpenOcean. I did a deep dive video on how OpenOcean works, and they find the best prices for you. So this is an excellent resource for you to make trades for more money. So you can see I put a kind of a lesser known coin. I did another review on Thetan Gem. This is for the game Thetan Arena, and you can see that there are different prices for this coin depending on the exchange. You can see ApeSwap has the best price, so it's going to initiate that trade on ApeSwap. But then this coin also trades at PancakeSwap. There is a 0.5% difference, so we would be able to sell the exact same coin for more on PancakeSwap, and we can buy that same coin at a lower price on ApeSwap. But that's 0.5%. These trades on decentralized exchanges typically have a fee of 0.3%. So anything less than 1% really isn't worth our time because we also have to pay gas fees. So that's not worth it. But if MDEX has a difference of about 4%, then it's worth our time. So you can find these opportunities here. OpenOcean will automatically help you buy the coin at the lowest price, but it won't help you sell it at the highest price. So that's another thing. That would be great if they did that. but you would just have to go to these exchanges manually and do that trade there. So consider that. And the last way to do arbitrage is with a spot futures arbitrage. That's when you hold spot, you go long on that. That means you hold the coin and you want to hold it for a long time because you think the price is going up. And then you short the futures. The futures market has different prices, and in the futures, you think the price is going down. Basically, you're long and short at the same time. You're betting on red and black. No green. No green is involved in this roulette game. But that makes you have a market neutral position. You are saying it's going up and it's going down at the same time. And to make profit during this type of trade, you do make interest off the leveraged futures position. Now, you can do all of this through Pionex. I did a detailed video on that where I was getting 35% APR. That rate will fluctuate with the market, but it maintains that market neutral position, so you don't take on as much risk as holding a coin, but at the same time, less risk, less reward. And this video is also sponsored by Pionex because I like working with them. They have a great product. They have no KYC. Well, it's optional. And the fees are 0.05%, which is half the cost of KuCoin, Binance, Wobi, all the big exchanges. And they are a broker for Binance and Wobi, so you have the same coins available there. The only drawback is not all coins are available for withdrawal. You won't be able to play the arbitrage game that I just showed you with Pionex since not all coins are available for withdrawal. And if you want to learn more about Pionex and the spot futures arbitrage bot, I got a really neat Pionex playlist here. And with that, I hope you got your full value for today.